Nintendo, why did you have to do this to us in 2025? The Switch 2 will absolutely suck for racing games. Let's talk about why. Let's get into it. I'm Blazed, okay?
Let's go.
So guys, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, please click the like if you can right now, if you love handheld gaming, Switch gaming in general, and tech and stuff. Anyways, guys, if you're a fan of racing games on the Switch, then buckle up, because we're about to dive into why the Switch 2 might just be a massive letdown for you and me alike, because I love racing games. Yep, you heard that right. The Switch 2, with all its hype, could be a complete disaster for racing enthusiasts, and it's all because of one major design flaw: the lack of analog triggers. Now stick around to find out why this isn't just a minor inconvenience, but an absolute game changer in the worst way possible. But before we get into it, stop what you're doing right now and check the links down below for some really great deals. Whether it's coffee, whether it's the best Switch 2 accessories, whether it's tech in general, you'll find some really amazing links down there. So go check them out right now. So let's talk about the core issue: digital versus analog triggers. So here's the deal: the Switch 2 is rolling out with digital triggers. It's pretty much confirmed. And what does that mean for you and racing game lovers? Well, simple. You either go full throttle or you're not accelerating at all. No in between. So for games where precision in throttle and brake control is the difference between first place and a crash, then this is an absolute nightmare. Now think about it, okay? In games like The Art of Rally, the ability to feather the throttle or gently apply the brakes can make or break your drift. With digital triggers, you're stuck with binary inputs. It's either all or nothing. And this isn't just about racing games like Fast RMX, where air brakes are crucial, or even F-Zero, if we get a new one, suffer from the same issue, right? Here's a question for you guys in the comments: how do you feel about digital triggers in racing games? Annoying or just a minor hiccup? Do you think it's going to really derail the Switch 2? Let me know in the comments. But let's compare this to what's already out there, right? Devices like the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, the Lenovo Legion Go, all come equipped with analog triggers. Now, these have become the standard for a reason. They offer nuanced control digital triggers just can't match. In racing games on these platforms, you can control your vehicle with the finesse of a pro racer, adjusting your speed to match the curve of the track, or slip your tires. And why in 2025 are Nintendo stepping backwards? It's puzzling, because even the GameCube had analog triggers, which were loved for racing games. This move feels a little bit like Nintendo's trying to reinvent the wheel, literally, but in the worst way. And this was one of my biggest gripes with the original Switch, because they also gave us digital triggers. Like I said, it's either press down or up. There's no feathering the throttle. There's no in between. And that adds a lot of cool gameplay dynamics for different games, not just racing games. But yeah, the broader implications, right? It's not just about racing games. What about shooters that use triggers for actions like zooming in, or games where you need to control the intensity of an action, like in Luigi's Mansion, where you can gently suck up ghosts? The lack of analog triggers could make games less intuitive, or even kind of frustrating to play. And let's not forget the community's reaction. So a lot of people over on X have been buzzing with a lot of disappointment about the decision, highlighting how this could affect not just racing, but a broader spectrum of games on the Switch 2. And here's another question for you guys: which non-racing games do you think would be negatively impacted by the lack of digital triggers, especially in older retro games, right? So imagine if Nintendo had gone with analog triggers. The Switch 2 could have been the ultimate handheld for racing games on the go, perhaps even eclipsing its competitors in control precision. Instead, we're left with a console that feels like it's stuck in the past. Hell, I can't even say that, because controllers in the past had analog triggers. But yeah, when it comes to controller tech, for one of the most demanding genres out there, right? It just sucks not to have those analog triggers. And on a Nintendo console, which pioneered controls, to be honest, it's just a bit of a letdown. So what's your take on this? Are you ready to adjust to digital triggers if you haven't already adjusted? Or do you want them to go back and add analog triggers? Maybe even add some sort of force sensitivity on the triggers, you know, so they don't have to have physical movement to go up and down all the way. Even if it's just like the amount of pressure that you, like how hard you press down on the triggers, maybe defines like how, you know, some sort of in between instead of being either on or off. That would be better than nothing, right? So let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more gaming insights. Peace out, gamers. I love you. I appreciate you. Check the links down below. I'm really bummed by this, guys. I'm not going to lie. Analog triggers are essential for me in a lot of different things. And obviously, not having them on the Switch 2 again, after having dealt with it on the Switch and it being a deal breaker for me with a lot of games on the Switch, it's just no good and it's no fun. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm really curious to see what you have to say. Peace out.